Hi, I'm Terry. I'm glad you've joined us today for session 5 of Basic Piano. We have a lot to learn today. We're going to learn about different names for the sharps and flats. We're going to learn about melody, harmony, and rhythm, and a lot more. You just got to join us. Okay, a quick review. Last session we talked about melodic intervals and that they have two notes that are played separately one at a time, as in the top row. And then we talked about harmonic intervals and said that they have two notes that are played together. And in most cases, they are written one note right above the other, except for the second. And those two notes are written side by side, since one is a line note and one is a space note. We talked about sharp signs, going up a half step, and they are denoted by the little tic-tac-toe looking sign before the note on the staff. So sharps go up a half step. They can be either on the line or on the space. Flats go down a half step, and they are denoted by a small B right before the note on the staff. A flat can be either a line or space note as well. Okay, let's look at March On from last week. We have a song that has right-hand notes on the first line, and on the second line we have left-hand notes playing. So, when the right hand is playing up in the treble staff, we see rests in the left hand, which means to rest, to be silent, don't play. In the lower staff, when we are playing with the left hand, the right hand is resting, and these are rest signs. We are in 4/4 time signature, which means 4 beats per measure, and the quarter note gets 1 beat. More on that later. Here's the treble clef sign, which is up in the treble staff, telling us to play with the right hand. And here is the bass clef sign, down in the bass staff, telling us to play with the left hand. Here are some repeat signs. And that means that we are to repeat. We go back to the beginning and repeat. Okay, let's play together. C, D, E, F, G, 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 F, E, D, C. C, D, E, F, G, 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 F, E, D, C. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're resting on beat 4 in both the first line and the second line. Those are quarter rests. Now we're going to play again. And I'm going to show you the keyboard while we're playing, and let's play again together. If it's easier for you to watch, that's fine. Okay, get ready, and here we go. C, D, E, F, G, 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 F, E, D, C. C, D, E, F, G, 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 F, E, D, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. And now we're going to play Roaring Lions. That was our other piece. First, the right hand plays, and we're resting in the left hand in the first measure. Then the left hand plays, and we're resting in the right hand. In the third and fourth measures, we are playing the same letter names in both hands, an octave apart. All right, first, let's say our letter names. E, G, C. E, G, C. D, E, F, G, E, D, C. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to rest on beat 4. Okay, now we're going down, down, down. Okay, back to the keyboard. Now, whichever is more helpful to you to watch and listen, my advice would be to play along. Whether I'm playing on the keyboard, I'm playing on the keyboard both times, but whether you're looking at the music or watching me on the keyboard, you can still play. If you learn that finger pattern, even though we are learning to read music, which is called sight reading, it still will be beneficial to you to try to play along. Okay, here we go. Let's try it again, and I'm going to move my camera down. Okay. E, G, C. E, G, C. D, E, F, G, E, D, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, lift on 4. Very good. I wanted to say that I think it's a great idea for you to practice the previous session songs, now that we're working in books, as well as your current music, because the more practice you can get, the better. And I think, everything builds in piano like we've talked about, so keep practicing those old songs too. Now, an accent in music is when you have special strength or stress on a note. And a lot of times the first beat in a measure is called a measure accent. Half steps are when you go from one key to the very next key, up or down the keyboard. Now you can go from a black key to a white key, and that's a half step, or you can go from a white key to a black key, and that's a half step. But there are also 2 white key half steps, E to F and B to C. Now, harmony is when 2 or more tones are sounded together. Melody is when notes follow each other in an orderly way. And rhythm is the long and short tones. Okay, the combination of long and short tones is rhythm. All right, now there are 2 names for the sharps and flats. When you go to the 2 black keys, go up a half step from C, and this is C sharp. If you go down a half step to that very same key, that can also be called D flat. If you go up a half step from D, it's D sharp. Go down a half step to that same key, and it's E flat. Going over to the 3 black key group, a half step up from F is F sharp, but it can also be called G flat going down. If you go up a half step from G, it becomes G sharp. Go down a half step to that same key, and it's A flat. Go up a half step from A to A sharp. Go down a half step to B flat. Different names for the same key. We've mentioned eighth notes before, and the eighth notes that you've seen are 2 joined together with a cross stroke. This is how they look with an up stem. And here are 2/8 notes with down stems, also joined with a cross stroke. These are single eighth notes, and they have flags. Whether the stem is up or down, the flag still goes to the right of the note. Here are 4/8 notes joined together. Okay, 2/8 notes equal 1 beat. So 1/8 note equals half a beat, and 4/8 notes equals 2 beats. And then the natural. The natural cancels out a sharp or flat. So a natural sign means you no longer would play a sharp or flat that was part of the key signature. An accidental is a sharp or flat that is not part of the key signature, and they want you to play perhaps a B flat or an A natural that is not part of the key signature. So they're adding a sharp or flat. We've had a fun session today. Here is the doxology, and we are going to play it. It is in C position, so both thumbs will be on middle C. And we will go down to the keyboard, and I will give you a view of the keyboard. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. I think it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me. Join me with the letter names E, 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 D, C, F, E, D, C, D, E, D, C, A, B, C, G, E, C, D, F, E, D, C. And that is just beautiful. Well, I hope you had a fun time during session 5. We're going to meet again. I had a great time helping you learn some more basic piano. Stick with it. Practice makes perfect. See you next week. Until next time, bye.